We're live. Hi. I was trying to figure this out. I was like, what the hell? Hi. Oh my god, I need to shave. Ugh. Um welcome. Welcome. My phone is not. Can we just there we go. There we go. We live? We live? Yeah, we live. Welcome to the live stream. I'm excited. We are gonna be doing cooking obviously. Oh my god, I killed my gimbal. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I need to fix my gimbal. Look, listen. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. Give me a minute. Mexican food is and tomatoes? What? Hi. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Why can't we just there we go. Oh no, just there you go. I'm just gonna take this off. Alright, there we go. Just stay. What is going on? Alright. There you go. Let's try this again. Hello. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. There we go. Alright. Piece of stupid technology. Okay. Well, this is not working. I don't know. Time we don't see right. What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm so confused. I wonder if it's just that. What's going on? Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, I did it. Let's go. Let's go. So we are gonna be cooking freaking egg dish, right? That's what I want to do. Cooking egg dish. Also, I don't need these apples. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me go ahead and say hi to everyone. Hello, Angel Furry. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Bridge. Hello, Puro and Red Fox. Welcome to the stream. I think Red Fox was on my channel before and had some issues, but fine. We are gonna be cooking a Ukrainian style egg dish, and it's just gonna be simplistic egg dish, right? With tortellini. Ooh, that sounds delicious. So we're gonna first start sharpen a knife, right? Just always hone your knife, which technically sharpens it without actually removing any material. And I know it's been a while, right? Keisha, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I am a furry. Yes, this is why I'm wearing a Lycan Rock suit, by the way. I don't like how this chat doesn't show. It's dumb. Kerrison, welcome to the stream. This is like straight up pissing me off with the whole chat. I am furry. Yes. I have a Lycan suit, a Lycan Rock. I'm a Lycan Rock as my persona, the Pokemon Lycan Rock. Okay, if you don't know what Lycan Rock is, go look up what Lycan Rock is. I know Halloween is over, but I can still point my knife in the camera because no one can get harmed by that physically. Oh, YouTube is gonna ban me for this shit. So we're just gonna do small slivers of tomatoes, right? And I'm gonna do 6 eggs. I'm cooking 6 eggs. For that reason. So we just want slivers of tomato. Just want several slivers. And we want them to be pretty thin. Realistically, I want them to be thinner than what I just cut. So it's about this thickness, right? This thickness. I want them pretty thin. Clearsight, welcome to the stream. Hi. How you doing, Clearsight? Thank you for the artwork, by the way, Clearsight. Thank you so much, and that video is doing really well, by the way. Super well. And yeah. So we're just gonna make a classical sunny side up egg, but Ukrainian style. So It was pretty good. I made it on my YouTube channel, so it's not a new recipe, and it's really, really yummy. So, but we're doing 6. We're doing 6. However, to your question is no. What's the question? What was the question, Clear Sight? I'm confused on what question asked. That's too thin. Damn it. Too thin. Oh, I know what question I asked. Alright, really yummy. So, I want this on like about 3, level 3, because I don't want to make it difficult cooking the eggs and making them flawless. So, yeah. Oh. Only. Hi, David. I love that comment. I love that. Only eggplant, but that's only for naughty sites. Yes, only on naughty sites can we have eggplants. So the other ingredients I got, and I could technically add garlic to this, but I got dill, and I must just plate these up real quick for you guys so they're in little separate containers because we want to be super quick about this, right? And the reason we want to be super quick is eggs cook really quick, so we don't want to take time and be like going back and forth. We want to make sure everything is nice and organized and just plate them as we go. So let's put them on the eggs. Yeah, we got that. We're gonna chop up dill. I'm gonna go ahead and actually wipe this up real quick while the stovetop heats. It gives us time to chat and hang out with you guys. Dying. It's so good, David. It's so good. You can chat in Discord, Color Site. I hope you're doing okay, bud. I'm so sorry for not doing okay. Hope it gets better. And so yeah. Also, people need to like stop like DMing me, right? And just like no. You know, be nice to my live stream. I don't like when people DM me. So I got dill. I'm adding this to my recipe, which is really good. So I went out to eat tonight, right? I had like alcohol. Really good. Oh, I was called in for work. I had to work today. So that was a little bummer, but you know, it wasn't too bad. It was a Wednesday, so it was a pretty slow day. So and yeah. I got onions. I may end up dicing them more. Maybe not. I'll decide if I want to dice them up more. We got green onions. We got onions to saute. So the first thing is going to be actually sauteing the onions and then putting them on the eggs. And we are going to put them on raw eggs. So when we do this, everything is going to be on the raw side of the eggs. We don't want to put them on the eggs when they're cooked because then they won't go inside the eggs itself. So yeah, we want to actually do very thin slices of these. So I need to focus here and not cut my finger off because that would suck. And I use the entire green onion shallots as the green onions. So I use the white parts too. So we don't waste them because wasting is bad. In cooking, you're taught to not to waste. Allow silent attacks with an axe. What? No, I can stay here as was. I don't mind. All right, sounds great. I'm glad you can stay here. Cosplay. I can't hear. That's just me, though. I can't. And I can't stay in longer. Oh, you gotta go to school, cosplay? Have a good day at school, by the way. Hopefully school isn't too bad, so... So we have this cook that's been a cook at work for like freaking like 11 plus years, and he still sucks at cutting basic onions very small. Like, how are you so bad that you've been with the company for 11 plus years and you still can't like dice them small? And you have issues with keeping up with the prep. I don't get it. I never got it. I don't get it. This is about what we want. It's about this size. So, we want them pretty small. But we also don't have like sharp knives at work, right? This knife that I have is like freaking... It's like almost $200. So it's easier sharp, but it's also like just pure raw, nicer blade. I think it's Damascus. I don't know, but like I could be wrong. But it was a very nice Japanese knife. The knives at work we have are like these $14 knives. I think it's like $14 or $15 a knife, and like they don't stay sharp. You have to sharpen them every 2 months. I have only sharpened this knife in my entire lifetime, like maybe three times, and I've had this knife for over 4 years. And so, yeah. My editor, well, people have been trying to break us apart, and I'm not able to talk to anyone. Zoom in real live. Oh, I'm so sorry. A little blood memorial ad flavor. I'd rather not have blood in my live stream. That would be bad. So it'd be very bad. Very, very bad. I'd rather not have any blood. I wanted to apologize as to why I wasn't streaming a lot, because I just have been focused on making more videos and content. You made a Fox Monster Truck Salty. Welcome to the stream. And I don't know. I just really haven't been feeling lately into streaming recently a lot. So it has nothing to do with you guys. It's more my personal decision. And I just chose not to stream because I don't know. I've been a little bit busy and been preoccupied with other stuff. And I need to shave. I hate having a beard. It looks fucking ugly. Very ugly. And so I just don't like having a beard personally. Down, don't. Yes. There you go. Up, down. So, we are going to season the sauteed onions with salt. We are just going to like put it laying in like that. So it'll be seasoned. So, pan on. Alright. I actually want this like this one on the side, like max heat. And we want to saute them, and saute requires like max heat. Don't do what I'm doing and touch this while it's heating up. This is bad idea. Terrible idea. But it's not hot yet, so. While we're waiting for this to heat up, I have some ideas that I'm working on. One of the video ideas that I did many years ago was a subscriber shout out, right? And like, I haven't done a subscriber shout out in a very long time, and I figured it'd be a good chance to see my local subscribers and shout them out a little bit different in style. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for this episode, and like, I'm excited about that. It's just gonna take a while because it's like 200 people that I have to look into in the content and figure out what I do with that. So that's in the works. Tomorrow I want to be uploading a video on Ashley regarding to like a reaction of this content creator going furry style, and he turns into a furry for a day, and so I haven't seen it. So I'll be doing a reaction of that. And yeah. Salt. Don't need much. I go and get my oil. Again, we don't need much. And yeah, you guys can see it, right? Yeah, yeah, we Gucci. I haven't looked at your content recently, Salty Press, lastly, so I haven't seen it recently. We realistically don't want a cold pan, but like it's fine. It'll warm up eventually. So while that warms up, I actually want to add more than that because that does not look enough for like 6. Because I want to make 6. There we go. We can actually go ahead and add paprika to this, modify this a little bit because I do want to modify this recipe just a hint, a little bit. Oh, I have a little bit here. And we'll add paprika to the sauteed onions. We don't need to add much, but we'll add a little bit of paprika. This will be a little bit different from my original recipe channel, and so it'll be easy. One thing you guys need to know, don't use metal on this because it'll be bad, and you know. This is actually what we wanted. We wanted all the oil to kind of evaporate from this and go onto the sauteed onions. If it doesn't do that, then yeah, fucked up already. You've added too much oil. So now you can like actually put this on full blast and have the saute quick. Sauteing doesn't take much, but because the onions shrink a lot, you want to add a lot more onions than you're going to be using for like making the eggs, because they're going to shrink quite a bit. But everything shrinks when it comes to actually making the food. Meat shrinks, onions shrink, anything that's lettuce will shrink. And so, well, lettuce bolts, which also shrinks. Dude, I still have my light on, right? Where's my light? Where's my light? Don't need a fire. I don't know where my light is. Is it? It's a little bit dark in here, guys. Oh, that's better, I guess. Not perfect, but better. How's everyone's day going? Hope everyone's day going good. My day was interesting at work. We had like 5 people call out, right? And so the reason I had to come in and work was because one of the people called out and they didn't show up, so. That's that. It's done with, you know. Over. There we go. This is a little bit slow, but if you want to increase this, you can actually turn this on to max heat and go faster. Like this one is set to 3. This will not saute onions. It will, but it will take you hours and hours. And I don't have hours and hours to do this, right? I want to get this all done within like 20-30 minutes. And so, I'm going to let this sit there for a bit. Hey Raymond, how you doing? Did I lay the eggs? No, unfortunately I did not lay the eggs. I did not. I did not squat. Also, lichen rocks cannot lay eggs. They just poop out babies out of their coochies. I'm pretty sure. Or, well, wait, no. In Pokemon Center, they all lay eggs. Every single Pokemon lay eggs, apparently, in Pokemon Center, even though that's not how it works. One has a coochie. Oh, we get banned by YouTube. Don't ban me, YouTube. Don't ban me. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop this conversation. one has a no-no and the other one has a no-no, right? And they do it, and like the female magically lay eggs. There. YouTube, don't ban me, please. I don't deserve this. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of burnt marks on this, which means they're sauteing, which is what we want. Do that, I don't have enough oil. I think I don't have enough oil, actually. Oil. Again, don't overdo with the oil. You want oil still in there, but barely visible when you're sauteing. If it's too much, and it's too liquidy, then you'll notice. Alright. What we're going to do now, and I want to do this perfectly. We'll go ahead and in the sauteing process in this a bit. Just add some grass and now speed up. Oh, add some gas. I am not adding gas. No, we gotta do this right, guys. We gotta do this right. Not adding gas. Silly. Imagine adding gas. Pretty sure I'd be instantly banned by YouTube if I did that. Everything would be going up in flames, right? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in another bowl. I'm gonna transfer it. Oh my god, I'm failing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm terrible at this. Look at all that. Look at all. Just wipe it off. Look how much sauteed onions I wasted. Ah! I'm turn this off. Because there'll be a lot of stuff that we'll be adding to the Ukrainian dish. We won't need a lot. Alright. We are going to go ahead and start with the egg here. Again, add oil first. Because this is already hot, I'm actually going to go cool this down because I don't need this to be this hot. It's a bit too hot. So, whenever you're cooking eggs, you gotta be delicate, right? Otherwise, you'll, like, legit, like, can burn the eggs. If you transfer from, like, a high, medium-high to high heat, and you cook eggs on this low heat, and you still have the pan not fully cool down, then you're gonna burn the eggs. And we don't want that. So. Sizzle! 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 Hi, Chocolate Mike. Welcome to the stream. Been a while since I've seen you, bud. So, we're just gonna start off by literally taking eggs. One egg at a time. This only will fit one egg. And we are gonna start adding stuff to it, right? We're gonna crack the eggs. I'm gonna use a knife trick. Figured you guys like to see different tricks. And crack it this way. In it goes. And then when we do it, you gotta be fast about it, right? Sauteed onions. Gotta add green onions, dill, everything. We want this actually emulsified with eggs, and added everything a little bit into it. So a bit raw is what we want. Because the eggs will cook really, really quickly, we don't want to, like, you know, spend a lot of time on all this. So it'll only take about 2 or 3 minutes for the egg to fully cook. And yeah, you're gonna add a little bit of oil, just a little bit. Should have done this in the beginning. Make sure you do this at the very beginning, and yeah. And now we're just gonna let this cook, and yeah, be very yummy. Oh, why is that like that? What the fuck? I don't know where that's from actually. Now, right now, the eggs aren't mobile. The eggs are not mobile. You need them eggs to be mobile. So, move it. You can tell the sides aren't hard yet. So, as soon as they are, you should be able to slowly lift it up. Again, this only takes a few minutes, about a minute or two. And then you can work with the eggs a little bit more and move it. Once you're able to fully move it like that without it like completely being destroyed, you want to see if we can flip it. I need a spatula for this. I need a full blown spatula. So I can't flip it that way. I don't even know if I have a spatula. Oh no! I don't have a spatula. Should buy a spatula. I'll let you know a spatula. Oh yeah, I do. I have a spatula. Here we go. We're going to get underneath it and like flip it. What we're doing now is cooking the underside of where it's like all like spread out and like getting that a little bit warm. We don't want a cold egg. We don't want that. We want a nice, decent egg that's actually warm. And I'm just gonna like put this in here, and then we can transfer it to a plate. This also helps when it comes to like making eggs for like making sure they're fully cooked. And then yeah, there we go. Our first egg is done. This is really delicious. It's one of my favorites. Again, it doesn't take long. And every time we cook a new egg, we want to add a little bit of oil. And yes, technically non-stick pans help with not having to add oil. You seem quite knowledgeable about cooking. Yeah, I've been cooking for years. So I have knowledge in it. So again, maybe one teaspoon. Maybe 1 teaspoon is all we want. And you can either add all your ingredients in once, or you can add it as you do the eggs. But if you're doing it the way this method is with the eggs, you want to go about it pretty quickly. And I lost my knife. So, oil in, cracked egg. You can actually just take the top off, right? And go about that way. And then start adding your ingredients. If you don't want to break the yolk, you can actually put all the ingredients on the side of the egg and work your way that way. And then let it cook that way. Again, you don't need much. But, yeah. So if you don't want the egg to break, Then do it on the side where you're not going to put it in the middle. And have it done that way. This is the process where you want to go super quick about it. If you're too slow, then it won't mix. And you want it to kind of fall in together like this, where it's not going to fall out for the ingredients. So. Again, once it starts mobile, we can start looking at about flipping it. I'd give this about 30 more seconds, and then we can flip it. So, just because of this yolk is a little bit misformed about. So, there you go. So much talent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chocolate Mike. I appreciate it. So, we can now look into potentially flipping this and flattening this. Now, one of the things, again, you can actually, if you want to make sure this is fully cooked, the yolk, the white part right here, the yellow part, does not need to be cooked at all. You can eat this raw, completely raw. What you're looking for is actually when you're cooking an egg, is this white part being fully cooked. So in about, probably about 2 minutes, you could take this off the pan and have it fully dippy. When people cook dippy eggs, the point of actually cooking the egg is not to cook the yellow part at all. You want the yellow part to be completely raw, but you want this dippy part to be like, you know, the white part fully cooked. So by moving it a bit, you're moving the white substance around it so it's fully cooked. So that's what you're looking for if you want this to be fully dippy. And in about 30 seconds, we'll get that part where it's fully dippy and it's fully cooked. And if you wanted this brown, you could turn the heat up a little bit more. If you don't want it fully brown, you don't need to turn up the heat, and you'll just have it cooked with that. So this is almost done. And we want to make sure we scoop it and toss it on the plate. So that is with the dippy fully intact, where it's not falling out. So another method we could do here is what's called, I forget the right name for it, but we'll take an egg and we'll show you another method. This allows us to what essentially is steaming the egg fully in, and we're going to steam the egg at this point. Now in this case, we are going to want to go super quickly because steaming cooks it super fast. But what this method allows us to do is to basically cook the egg a little bit faster. I feel like I'm learning so much yet I don't know where to get. So in all your ingredients, you want to go super fast on this part. 2 tomatoes. Make sure we put it on the side because we want to see the yolk. And where's the dough? And what we're going to do is add a little bit of water to this. Not much, but like small amount of water. All we want. Close it and let that steam. What the water's going to do is create a vapor inside this, let the steam up, and actually cook this more perfect than what we experienced here with the yolk. This will allow us to fully take advantage of the heat itself and let the yolk fully be cooked. And this will be a little bit firmer than what we experienced with this yolk, where it's a little bit harder, but it will also still retain its mobility, but it will also retain its fully cookedness. This will only take about 1:30 to about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to fully cook the egg. And yeah, the power of steaming. This took us about 4 minutes to cook. This will take about half the time to cook. So keep that in mind if you want a faster cooking process and you know what you're doing. You can do the process of steaming the egg. Did you grow the ingredients? If so, no, I did not grow the ingredients. No, I did not. Now, this will also allow it to brown the egg more. So, um, yeah, if you want the bottom brown, then the method of steaming it will go much faster and be more direct approach. So the bottom will be brown. So, pretty cool. And those are the only egg tricks that I know that I learned over time. And so, yeah. In about a minute, we can take it off and we're good to go. Again, you can eat this part completely raw. The reason that this is still mobile is because this is fully raw. It's not cooked. You're not supposed to cook the yellow part. I forget why the yellow part is 100%, pretty much like 99.9% safe to eat, and the white part isn't. But like the yellow part, when you're making mayonnaise, you're only using the yellow part of the egg. You're not using the white part at all. Mayonnaise is made using the yellow part, not the white. So, um, you'll see the yellow part in this one actually be cooked a little bit more. And like I said, this is fully done. This is more of like how they do traditional dippy egg, is when you see the white yellow part turn into a little bit of whiteness, because you're actually still enveloped in the actual part, or this is your traditional egg style. This is without the lid, but it's still fully safe to eat. And this is with the lid on, so you're actually encrusting it in the white part a bit. So they are different, and this allows us to have it make sure it's 100% safe. So majority of restaurants, when you see the eggs being cooked, it's going to look more like this. The reason it doesn't look like this is because majority of restaurants still believe that you should cook the yellow part a little bit. There's no realistic need to cook it, because it's still safe to eat. Again, when they make mayonnaise, mayonnaise is cooked with raw yellow part of the egg. It is not cooked with the white part. They separate the yolk from the yellow. All right. Add a little bit in there. There's no technical need to, do all that extra stuff. So, but yes, in like traditional restaurants, they'll cook the yellow part a little bit, and that's why it looks white. So, I added paprika, if you haven't realized, onto the sauteed onions, because it's can give it a little bit different flavor. And if you want to add seasoning to your eggs, you can. You don't need to, but one of the things that I would recommend is go ahead and salt it, and that'll give you a little bit seasoning to the eggs instead of them being bland. So I would salt it while they're in the cooking process, because if you salt it after the cook, then the salt won't actually penetrate the rawness in the white part of the yolk. So salt the egg before it's fully to the stage. Right now would be a good time to salt. Once it's able to move freely, like this, you kind of fucked up. So it only takes a few seconds, but you want to salt it before the hand. So. Then we can put a little water in, let the steam cook it, and it should develop into the white part around the yolk. Cool, right? Cool. How do people eat the white part of the egg raw? Because I went to a town and people... So, In certain countries, in Japan, China, and a lot of the Asian cultures, they've developed a way where salmonella is not a thing, right? In chickens, salmonella basically is non-existent. They have like a 99 some percentage rate of getting rid of salmonella. In the United States, we have not developed their ways of like processing like the salmonella part from the eggs. But in Japan and other countries, it's safe. I don't know why we haven't done that in the United States, but we need to. So eggs are like you can eat raw egg. You can. Now, every time you eat a raw egg, there is a chance that you'll get salmonella, but it's not certain. And because eggs come from chicken, you'll get the same contamination level as eating raw chicken. There is no difference in terms of eating a raw chicken versus a raw egg in terms of salmonella level. They'll have the same like contamination factor whether you eat a raw chicken or a raw egg. A chicken is much bigger, so you'll obviously contaminate more, but it's still developed from an egg, so you know. Yeah. But like realistically, you probably have you'll still able to eat. But yeah, that's the difference in a lot of other cultures is they're able to like eat raw eggs because they pretty much found a way that in their culture to basically have less than a 1% chance per egg to eat to have salmonella. Are there salmonella cases in Japan, China, and these Asian cultures? Certainly, but far less than what we see in the United States. Far, far less. Nothing is guaranteed in life, guys, so you should always still fully cook an egg or anything that's raw unless there is such a low percentage chance that you won't basically get it, so yeah. Unless there's certainty that's under 1%, then eat it raw. But if there's still a chance, then I would recommend cooking it. I would always recommend cooking eggs just in general. I've made mayonnaise before, and that's pretty cool. But it's mayonnaise are basically egg white. I mean the egg yellows, the egg yolks. I think it's the egg yolks, which is yellows, and you mix a whole bunch of oil, and that's it. It's only oil and egg yolks, and that's it. That makes your mayonnaise. But it takes a very long time for. This is why you use electric mixer because by hand it takes forever. You can't do mayonnaise by hand. You can, but like it would take you hours. So like when they made mayonnaise back then, it took them like hours to make 1 cup of mayonnaise because you'd have to use an electric mixer for that. So modern mayonnaise now takes like 3 minutes to do. 3 to 5 minutes. And so it doesn't take long. But yeah. I think personally when making mayonnaise it's better to make it homemade. But can I taste the difference between homemade versus like the grocery mayonnaise? Not really. They taste almost on par. I think the homemade mayonnaise is actually technically healthier because there's no food processing going on. And keep in mind, when you make the homemade mayonnaise, just because you're using the yellow yolk, it's still able to store for like almost 2 weeks. Like because the oil is encasing the mayonnaise into a layer that the yellow yolk is being preserved. So you can still use the mayonnaise for like 2 weeks without having to like throw it away. So keep that in mind. We have one more egg though. We have one more egg, and then we'll end the. Then we'll just like end the live stream. Should have done it this way. You gotta be confident when breaking eggs. You gotta be just confident about it. If you're not confident and you just get up, then you'll have a higher chance of having shells in it. It's obvious when people are not confident. It just takes practice. It does. You know? Takes a bit of practice. But, you know, eventually when you're breaking up eggs, a few hundred, you'll eventually learn the confidence. And you'll be a master of breaking eggs. I did too many tomatoes, but it's fine. We can go ahead and, like, just put this back on. And have it sauteed. Cook it that way. Like I said, the steam method, if you want to make sure that you're actually cooking the yellow part, this is the best method to use for actually doing the eggs. Because you're steaming everything, you're 100% killing every part of bacteria. And it's basically the best way of cooking it, so. I would 100% recommend if you don't want any chance of... I like your cat. We have a cat? Where's the cat? You saw a kitty cat? Oh, dude, you should make a video on preparing this with the... I'm not going to do that. Hey, Daryl, welcome to the stream. Where's the cat? That cat is upstairs. What cat? I didn't see no cat come by, actually. Completely missed it. But yeah. No, you're fine, Daryl. You're fine. I'm just doing a whole bunch of batches of eggs. This will be my breakfast, probably my dinner, and I'll give some to my mother and Miss Holly, my mom's worker, co-worker. So. But yeah, I'm just making a bunch of Ukrainian style eggs. So that's pretty much it. You're decorating for Xmas already? Do cats have human teeth? No, but they have the same, like, teeth as we do. Like, exactly the same. They may be different shapes, but all our teeth are made from the same material, so yes. Now, this doesn't have any oil. The reason this is not mobile is it has no oil in it, so. But it's fully cooked. Dipping eggs are like, and you know you've already done it when you burnt the sides and look turned white. Dipping eggs are like one of the easiest / the hardest things. I think one of the easiest things is to make scrambled eggs. I don't think one can cup a scrambled egg, right? I have a whole army of like these. Look how much of my eggs I did. There's so much. So much. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please hit that like if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on another quick cooking live, which will be tomorrow. Tomorrow I have planned on making I want to do the Mexican dish. I forget what it's called, but it's a Mexican egg dish. And it will be pretty much the same idea, but like much more complicated. And I'm really excited to do that with you guys live. So stay tuned for that tomorrow because, you know, that'll be a dish that you guys probably haven't seen or heard of unless you're from Mexico. It'd be really yummy. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all. How do I end this? Oh, no. Yes. End.